Okay, let's get to it. We'll start with some general tips, then we'll dig into how you're having the actual conversation. Tip number 1, when your goal is to get someone to commit to action, you need to be presumptive. What does that mean? Don't think you're nagging them by asking them to register to vote or commit to an action. Remember and have the mindset that you're helping people be the person they want to be. It's that frame of mind that will help you have the confidence you need when you're knocking on doors. Tip number 2, be yourself. So here's the thing. You'll have your script and definitely use it, but don't live or die by it. Try at your core to have a conversation just like you would if you were sitting across from a colleague during lunch. Tip number 3, use the hard ask. And so what's the hard ask? It means you don't need to say things like, could you maybe consider taking a moment if you happen to have one and look at this commit to vote card? It should be more like, to win, we need supporters like you to step up. We need you to volunteer. And so what would work better for you, tomorrow or Friday? Tip number 4, use social pressure. People like to do things that other people are doing too. So you can use language like, I've been talking to lots of our neighbors, or if you happen to live in the same neighborhood, you can let the voter know that. I live down over there on 56th Street. Tip number 5, data, data, data. Other volunteers are going to be knocking on doors too, and you'll be helping others just like yourself if you record the information on the walk sheet that you're provided. If you don't do it, people will likely need to repeat your work. It's core to what the campaign does. In the next lesson, we'll go through the actual voter conversation. Welcome back. Now, let's overview the actual conversation at the door. You'll have a script, and nearly all good scripts will sound something like this. First, you're going to start by introducing yourself. This is because when you're knocking on someone's door, the person on the other side is going to want to know who you are. For example, hi, my name is Jason, and I'm a volunteer with Congressional Candidate X. Second, you ask a question to understand who the voter supports and what conversation you're going to have. Now, the thing with asking a question is you need to remember to listen for the answer. For example, do you know who you're supporting this election? And if they're supporting your candidate, then are you planning on voting in this election this coming Tuesday? The answer to that question will help you figure out what to do next. But no matter what, next step is to engage the voter in a conversation. For example, great, me too. I've been waiting for the election because I really want to get better people into office. Then you make your hard ask. This is what I talked about earlier. For example, lots of our neighbors are excited to vote, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Can we count on you to come to the polls with us on Tuesday too? Yes? Great. Thank you for committing to vote. I'm excited to see you there. Finally, help the voter start to plan to take action based on their commitment. It makes them way more likely to do it. Just like we're all more likely to follow through on a task when we've mentally figured out how to make it simple. For example, when are you going to go vote? Oh, in the morning? Great. I like to vote early in the morning too. How do you plan on getting there? When you ask that question, people are starting to mentally figure out their exact plan. Oh, you're going to walk? That's great. It's actually that simple. So I've just described to you how the conversation should go, but let's check it out in action. In the next lesson, you'll see a model of actors walking through exactly what we've just talked about. So pay attention to it. Jot down what you like and what seems awkward to you, and then we'll circle back to debrief it together afterwards.
Hi, is Miss Fields home?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Jen.
Oh, hi Jen. My name's Will. I'm a volunteer with Davis for Congress here in Somerville.
Awesome.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So it's my understanding that you're a supporter. Is that right?
Yeah, big time.
Awesome. So thank you for supporting Senator Davis.
Yeah.
It looks like official records here show that you are a regular voter, so thank you for being the kind of person who votes and for setting an example for the neighborhood. So I just want to remind you, Election Day is this week. We've been talking to neighbors, and a lot of us are going to be out to vote, and it's going to be really close. So can we count on you to vote on November 6th?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be there.
That's awesome. I'm a committed voter too, but I have a job and I have a family, and things come up, so it's sometimes hard to find a time to vote. Do you have a time that you're gonna vote?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the morning. I work from 9 to 5, so morning's easiest.
Okay, great. And do you
Yeah.
know the polling place that you're gonna be voting at?
Yep, the high school down the street.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Last question. As you know, it's going to be close, so we're looking for people like you who support the candidate to come and knock on doors and get people out to vote on Election Day. Are you someone who might have a few hours to be able to do that?
You know, I do have a few hours this week. I would
Awesome.
love to. Yeah.
Let's get your information.
Yeah. Fabulous. Cool.
Thanks so
Awesome.
much for being a supporter,
Yeah.
and we'll follow up with you after Election Day to see what your feedback was.
Cool. Sounds great.
Thanks. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
So, what do you think our actors did well, and what would you do differently? First, what to do differently. For one, always make voting sound easy. He said that it's sometimes hard to find the time. No, let's keep the glass half full here. It's easy to vote, and we want to make sure that people know that. Also, smile. It's infectious, the person at the door will appreciate it, and I bet it'll make you happier too. Now, what did he do well? First, he was impressively conversational. Remember, we're all just people. Also, he deployed all sorts of social pressure. Did you catch all the types? If you didn't, you can go back and listen again. Here's what to listen for. He talked about being here in the neighborhood, referenced official public records, thanked the voter for setting an example, and reminded her that lots of us are going to be voting. And that's what we've got for you for now. And while we've done our best to help you get a hang of it, there's nothing like the real thing. So go ahead and you can test your understanding by answering a few quiz questions on the next page, but don't stop there. After that, you'll be taken to a Connect to Action page where you can sign up to be the person who raises their hand and who volunteers to help bend the arc of history for the better. Thank you.